We got more clips from rookie camp, and today we're looking at the Green Bay Packers and getting our first look at Matthew Golden. We're going to watch him run some routes, crush some drills, do everything in between. But before we dig in, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're covering rookie camp, OTAs and Minicamp, soon to be training camp, covering the clips of your favorite players. The rookie camp clips are pretty hot because you get to see these rookies with their first look of their new NFL team, how they look in that jersey and everything else. Click that button. Stop missing out. We're looking at Matthew Golden here today. About a minute and a half of clips here. We're going to watch him do some work here, run some routes and everything, but there we are. Also, this gives you a good look at what rookie camp looks like. It's different than what a lot of people expect. Really think about rookie camp as your orientation for a job. They're really just teaching them what it's like to be a Packer, a little bit of installments in the playbook, trying to get the names of everybody down, a lot of basic nuances. Let them learn stuff about the league. Here we go. And drills together. Just getting a good look. Obviously, number 22 in the middle right there. Here's another look of running routes. Maybe not even routes. Just jog. Getting some coaching here. One thing historically, because I look at all the rookie camp, minicamp, OTA clips. Last year, everybody got really hung up on Xavier Worthy dropping a couple balls. You do not want to take it with too much. Rookie camp clips are really here to let you see your player, see what they're looking like with their team and everything else. Also get you a good look at what's going on behind the scenes. And what we're seeing here at the Packers facility here is they're indoors. You're seeing how he's getting coached up a little bit. You're seeing a small glimmer, a small snapshot of what's going on. Boom. Working on releases. There we are, but you're looking at a wide receiver here, drafted in the first round. A wide receiver here that's going to fit well in this offense. Honestly, I just did a video on him not too long ago, just a few hours ago, talking about how he fits with the offense, how he can be productive, how he can develop in the offense, the range of outcomes, good, bad, ugly, and everything in between. But all in all, when you put it all together, he's a good fit with what Love likes to do, with how they spread the ball around, how he fits initially, and how he could develop into something bigger long term, if not rapidly, but with that 4.29 speed, which we're not going to see much right now as we're getting the gears greased up here in rookie camp, maybe in some other practices. They had some meetings or whatever, some teachings yesterday and some press conferences and interviews. Today, they're out on the field. These are hot off the press. I've looked for everything I could find. There could be more out there. And if there is more, and whatever I find, I will show those as well. And we'll keep talking ball on these players. You're seeing some pop off the step there, but nothing like what we saw on the field at Texas or even at the Combine or the workouts. How he fits with his offense is you can move him all different places in the offense, and you can have him stretch it deep, work the short to intermediate, break off routes in the short to intermediate as well with the route running, but yet stretch it and get those deep targets downfield. The flexibility he gives the offense in the passing game is going to help Love, and that might allow him to soak up some targets, especially once he gets fully acclimated. And when I say fully acclimated, you have to just take into account he's a rookie. Take into account that it's going to take some time, and maybe time for him might be on the field doing better than most rookies, and then back half the season you're like, whoa, he's really taken off now, or year two, middle of year two, he's taken off. But that's what I'm talking about, is just giving him some grace to develop and some time. But I believe he does not fit well with all the teams in the league. I think he fits perfectly with the Packers. I think he fits perfectly with what Love does, how he spreads the ball around, how they use multiple wide receivers and how they spread it around. You look at the target shares, it's like 16%, 16%, 20%, and 13% of the wide receivers listed. I got that memorized from doing the previous video. I'm not that crazy. But considering they work the ball around to their pass catchers and the tight ends, a little bit to the running backs, that's going to allow them to get looks early on the field. And this team has a history of allowing their young wide receivers to get opportunities and let them get reps on the field in games. So you're going to look at your first-round wide receiver to get some opportunities. I don't think he's going to be dead silent out there. I think he's going to be out on the field doing work. I think he's going to be out in the field, getting opportunities, running routes, getting some targets going his way. And I think it's a good platform to spring off of. As long as he develops and gets better, acclimates to the Packers, acclimates to the NFL game, I think it's going to have a good platform to spring off of with a quarterback that will throw it his way, that does not care. It does not just lock into one target. So there's good opportunities for him to develop from there and possibly be the target he decides to lock onto later on down the road. But what you're getting from him is good pop off the step, off the release, a nice crafty route runner, but you got the speed to go along with it. You got a route runner here that you can deploy downfield, torch it downfield, and also play the short game with. So it gives you a lot of versatility. You can move him around, get him the ball behind the line of scrimmage even, or push it downfield, get those air yards racked up, press those safeties, press them downfield, and allow Jayden Reed to get some targets underneath. You can do a lot with him. That's what makes him very valuable, especially from an NFL offense standpoint, because he's more like a chess piece, especially with how you like to use multiple wide receivers, multiple sets. Most teams do, but how they like to distribute the targets, this is going to help the other wide receivers. You got to account for them. If you don't account for them, you're going to get burned. You're going to get ate up. That's what's going to happen. If you do not account for them, if you do not really strategize around a wide receiver like this, especially once he starts fully getting developed into the game, giving him grace for that, like I said prior, you're going to get ate up. And a guy like Jayden Reed, maybe it's not going to be super optimal for fantasy with the ball being spread around with a first-round pick now added to the mix, but for him, for an NFL team, that could allow him to have some big moments. That could allow Dubs to have more big moments. That's going to help the other pass catchers, maybe even Kraft, the running backs. We got to see Lloyd, what he's going to be doing, considering he was hurt a lot last year. But still, you add this into the mix, and this is a chess piece. I look at this more of a chess piece added to your team that can do multiple different things than just a wide receiver who's just fast. He was actually pretty good at breaking off routes, but the technique of that doesn't get stated too much because you ran that 4.29. It gets overstated for that. But again, we're looking at a wide receiver prospect with a ton of upside here that just meshed in the perfect system. Because he's going to fit well with Love. He's going to fit well with how they deploy wide receivers. He's going to get opportunity to be on the field early in his career. I just really like this fit for him. Love, the offense, everybody else. I think he's got a ton of upside too to really be productive as well. I'm just going to give him some grace like I do all rookies, though. I'm not going to pull my hair out if he does rookie things. I let rookies be rookies, and you should too. But the upside's there. And he could hit early, but he's going to be on the field. He's definitely going to be on the field running routes and be part of how they distribute the targets. And you look at him as a wide receiver, you got the upside of getting those deep targets, and you got the upside of that 4.29 speed, getting the ball in open space and just housing it. So that could develop over time. How could that go wrong? Doesn't develop. Maybe something weird happens. But honestly, it's hard to imagine a world where he's a complete bust. It's just really hard to see Sky Moore out of this. That's what I'm saying. It's really hard to get Sky Moore out of this. I see him developing, becoming more. I see him at least being a huge part of the offense. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I want to hear about that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. One thing for watching. Catch you on the next video.